First of all, I just want to thank you for sharing your story because that really made a big impact on me. I have a similar sounding story to yours in terms of my son's requiring a lot of medical. Well, he's got a lot of mental health, autism, and so he's in a facility that's costing us 19. And I'm like, how am I
Oh,
supposed to pay that?
yeah.
And your ad kept on popping up, and I was just like, oh man, heard your story about your dad costing about that much. It's something like that, right? Around
Yeah.
20 grand a month. So your dad's care. So I was like, maybe I'll just take the leap of faith and sign up. Not making that yet, but maybe one day I'll be
Yeah.
able to do that.
One day at a time, one day at a time. Tell me a little bit
Absolutely.
about yourself. What's your personal background?
Well, my background is I'm a pediatric anesthesiologist, so I make good money, but if I'm not at work, I don't make money. I have a good income. I had a good savings, but when my son was diagnosed with autism and all these mental health issues, and the insurance decided to stop paying, they're like, "Well, this place is $625 a day, or basically about 19,000 a month, depending on the number of days, right?" And I'm just like, that is a lot. I'm actually just was looking for a way to find some passive income. Have tried other things. I haven't done the Amazon or anything like that. I tried buying a franchise, but I just found myself working a ton. I put up like a couple $100,000 into it, and then it was across the country and talking to the manager, just working a ton. Every night after work, I was on the phone with my manager trying to sort things out, trying to get things cash flowing, and never got cash flow. I just sold it to my partner and took a loss on it. I'm glad I got out because I don't have to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
But it sounds like your thing, Amazon automated whatever. It
Yeah.
sounds great, but
Was it more so it just took too long to like start producing, or what was the?
that, and it was just hard with the manager being, and it was in Myrtle Beach and we're in Salt Lake, and
Mm,
he just wouldn't. It was just hard. Like we never made money while I was going, and we went through COVID, and that was really scary. Went
sure.
through COVID. I I walked out luckily with only just like a $50,000 loss. I put in several $100,000 into it and got money back.
Okay.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
got most of it back.
Yeah.
And then so that was my big thing. I looked into real estate. I got some real estate development going, but again, it's been going for about a year. I just keep on putting some money in it, and hopefully it will come out. And I'm just like, I can't wait this long, especially with my son
Yeah.
requiring that much. And that again, the real estate takes time. My partner, it's great. I think it will work out, but we're looking a couple of years down the road before we start cash flowing.
Yeah.
Mainly the real estate helps me with my taxes, helps
Mhm.
offset some of those taxes, but I
Mhm.
don't see any
Cash
money
flow.
in there in my pocket necessarily. It just cuts Uncle Sam out for a little bit while I develop and write off and depreciate stuff. But I'm just working too hard, and I want to spend time with my kids. Again, like your
Yeah.
story resonated a lot with me. I just worked a 27-hour shift last night. I'm just like, I can't do that for the rest of my life, right? I don't do it all the time, but enough that I'm just like, man, I'm tired.
Wow. That is the longest shift that I've heard anybody has actively worked.
Like I said, I haven't seen my kids for a day and a half. Again, with that big income, I don't, if I don't work, I don't make money. So that's what drew me to you. I saw you on Facebook ad. I saw another couple of Forex trading bots on there, NERP and EFX and stuff like that. And I kind of looked into them, and I just thought, I don't know enough about Forex. I just know there's a lot of leverage and you can lose a lot more money than you put in.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if somebody who had experience, I literally think that had experience, could help trade? I put my money in, they take a cut, get performance fees, so they're motivated, they're on the same page as me. And then I saw your ad, and you explained the exact same thing I was looking for. Yeah, they take a cut, so they have skin in the game. If they don't make money, I don't make. If I don't make money, they don't make money. You
Absolutely.
know, and they have that experience. The AI bot is great, but I don't know how to trade Forex. I trade futures, so I know you can lose a ton of money on futures like that, more money than you put in. So that leverage is pretty high. So I have enough experience to know that I shouldn't be messing around with it. And I didn't have time to learn Forex because I could probably teach myself, but I was just like, again, I'm trying to work hard to pay for my son's medical expenses. I worried it was a scam. I worried you guys were just going to take my money and run, and you guys weren't real. But something, just seeing the interviews of you and your mom and you and your wife and you and Julio, and I'm like, this guy's real.
So how did you feel before you joined ATN? Like you were skeptical, a bit nervous, or like?
I was way skeptical. I've been burned before, like I said, by other passive income things, and then I've been scammed out of money online too. It was kind of crypto stuff, but so I was really nervous, but I just took the leap of faith. I'm a man of faith, and I prayed. I said, because I was praying for a way to pay for my son without having to work so much extra, right? 19 grand is a lot of work I need to do, even on a doctor's salary. So I was like, okay, Lord, this is it, man. I'm gonna take that leap of faith until you say no, stop. And then I just took that leap of faith.
That's kind of more of what it was. I think you were kind of mentioning that some of the recordings, like some of the videos of me and my family, but also some of the videos of other testimonials, or what specifically was like, okay, other than prayer, of course, that made you take the next step?
It was obviously you seem like a man of faith too. So I was like, well, his mom and dad were pastors. There were a couple of testimonials like I forget his name was Chow or something like that. He's kind of in a similar. He's a CRNA. He was making like 17K a month, which is close to the 19K I was looking for. And I was like, well, obviously I have to put a little bit more in. I put in a little bit just to test the waters. I'm like, I lost more than this on that crypto stuff. And like I said, I checked out the other places, and they seem to have decent products, but I like the network feel. I like the real person. I like the fact that there's a trader who has experience. Yeah. I like the fact that you're thinking of other things. There's a network, because like you said in your recording, your net worth is your network, right? Or your network is your net worth. And I'm just like, I hope I could be a part of this network to find other passive income opportunities, find other like-minded people. Maybe I can help them. It's not just about, hey, just making money. And money's great, but money comes and goes. But your network is what keeps you together. Who you associate with is important. And that's why I joined you guys instead of NERP or EFX.
How was the actual setup process with Julio? How did that go for you?
It was Julio's great. He's very responsive. It was a little, again, I was really skeptical, and it was a little disconcerting at first because I put my money in, and you worry about it going through, and it's going to Australia, and you're like, oh. And then I think on their side, they had some problems with their software or their website, and it wasn't updating. So I was like, oh man, what's going on here? But Julio kept on reinsuring me, and eventually the money went through, got me hooked up to the trader, the PAM, I guess. I don't know what that stands for still, but that got going. You seem like just regular people who want to make some money, but also want to give back. And I think, again, that's what drew me to you and such. So like I said, Julio's been very responsive, and he just hooked me up to the Slack channel to get better updates, because I'm sure he's busy and has all these people he's managing. So it's nice to have an outlet where you can just kind of project everything to everybody at the same time or whatever.
Well, would you say that's a part of what makes ATN different? Or what would you say, like, compared to anything else that you've done on the passive income side or outside of your main work? Do you find any differences about what we do or what we portray as far as what ends up happening after you join the network?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's starting to make money, and I think I'm just going to see how it goes. Actually, the updated website seems to be working for the last few days. So I'm actually seeing the positive results and going, wow, this is good, especially after a long shift. I'm just like, this is nice. I don't have to be there working, I'm, again, make great money, but I have to be at work, and I don't want any more work. I want to cut back. I'm kind of mid-career, want to see my kids more and do more stuff with them. Again, that's what drew me to you guys.
How does it feel now, to come off of a 27-hour shift and see your account grew by a pretty decent amount in a day or two? What is that What does that make you feel like?
Well, maybe I don't have to take these 24-hour shifts, and I can say no, or I can give them to the younger partners. I don't have to work as much. I enjoy what I do. I love taking care of patients, but you can get burned out if you feel like you have to go to work. I want to get to the point where I'm like, I want to go to work. I want to go see my friends. I want to take care of patients. I want to contribute, right? But I don't want to just necessarily have to go for a paycheck.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for and hoping to scale. And I don't know how much we can scale up on the trading.
How quickly, when you were set up, did you actually start making passive income?
Yeah, probably within a week or two. Julio said they fixed their website this week. I started seeing it Monday, but it's been probably about 2 weeks since I put in most of the capital. So it's probably been making money since, but it was nice that Julio would touch base. He would answer all my questions, whereas if you guys weren't real, he'd be like, see ya, or not answer or whatever.
Sure.
So they want to make an effort, and Erxy was cool because I would ask him stuff too. Hey, what did you do with your investments? How did you allocate it? And what kind of returns are you seeing? And again, I know everybody's busy, but there was no radio silence, right?
Yeah.
There was always communication back and forth. So that's what I appreciate about the network is the communication.
Where would you at this point rank ATN compared to maybe some of the other things that you've tried?
I'm ranking it up. It's early to tell, but right now with everything set up and kind of getting familiar with the process, I just text Julio. I don't have to make a phone call to my manager, and it's fast. You start seeing income come. You start your account building pretty quickly. I've only been probably 2 weeks in, and I'm starting to see the green coming, and I probably will just let it ride a little bit and kind of build up and see how that goes, because it will compound, right?
Exactly. Correct.
So,
after the onboarding phase, how passive that thing's been for you?
Yeah, it's very passive, like completely passive, which is what I want. I don't need to work anymore, man. I don't have any time for work. any more time for work.
No more time. And you're already spending more than a whole day working one shift. That's too much. That's not sustainable. And how likely are you to recommend us?
Absolutely. I mean, I have friends that are looking for passive income, and I've been burned too much before.
Sure.
I want to see a track record.
Yeah.
But then once I see that track record, I would be like, hey guys, you got to check this out. And of course, there are people who would be like, yeah, whatever, it's too good to be true, but to each his own, right? Because I didn't know anything about these private trading networks and stuff. I never heard of it. And I'm pretty active in the market and stuff like that. I'm just like, I'll tell my friends about it. Tell my colleagues, those who want to get out of the rat race, like you said.
100%. So for those that may be a little bit afraid or a little bit skeptical, what would you actually say?
I would say I was skeptical too. Do your due diligence. Look up the YouTube channel. I looked up your YouTube channel. I was like I said, I was just watching for any inconsistencies, any holes in your story, but like talking to your mom, talking to your wife, all fit together. There's no inconsistency with your stories, and you seem like a genuine guy. I took the leap of faith and said, hey, I'm going to try this. I've lost more money other places. Let's do this. I need an answer to my prayers. Just trust your gut, I guess. That's what it is. I was just trusting my gut. Like, you're a good guy. That's all I got to say. You made the difference, man. That's kind of what made me take the leap. Thank you for everything you've done.